Thank you for joining me for this 20-minute stretch. Let's just start out nice and easy, sitting on our mat, sitting on our heels, letting one ear fall heavy towards the shoulder as if you had a very heavy earring on. And the same thing to the second side, maybe closing your eyes. Really making a goal for yourself today, for the week. And the second side. Now gently grasp your hands behind your head just to stretch out the back of your neck. We spend a lot of time in an awkward position looking at our phones, looking at our laptops, so just stretching out your head and neck is super important every day. Great, let's start out by opening up our chest by doing cat and cow a few times on the floor. And here's a nice cat, reaching your spine up and letting your belly fall to the floor for a cow. Let's do 3 more. A nice cat, scooping your abdominals in and releasing them down to the floor into a cow. 1 more cat. And 1 more cow, looking up to the ceiling. Feet mat width apart. Let's find a down dog. Now from here, you're going to roll forward, keeping your upper body super curved. We're going to do that a few times. And a second time, rolling forward, shoulders over top of heels of hands. And back to down dog. And again, rolling forward. Finding a plank here. We're going to move through Chaturanga. Keeping your body long and straight. We move slowly in one piece, bending our elbows towards our bodies down. A push-up position, holding here for a second and releasing. Great, let's stretch out 1 quadricep. Looking over to the side, grabbing your foot to your bum. Be careful of your knees here. If you have knee pain, keep your knees further apart, not so close together. And let's do the other side. Stretching our quadricep. Ear to the floor, switching your head direction. And finding another down dog, either coming straight up from your knees through a child's pose. Or the alternative for the next one is to go straight into a down dog. Let's do another flow. Through Chaturanga all the way down to the floor. Releasing. Now we look up to the ceiling through Cobra, letting your hips fall down. Chest up high, releasing down. Push back, either into down dog or through child's pose up. Let's do a couple flows here. 1 more flow at your own pace, using your breath. Taking your time, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking your feet mat width apart, letting your sit bones go up to the ceiling, and we're gonna raise our heels up and down. 2 and down, raising them up and down, raising the heels up. Here we bend the knees into the armpits to open the hips and stretch, and heels down. We're gonna do that again, but 3 times. Ready, raising the heels up and down, raising the heels up and down. Last time, raising the heels up, knees meet the armpits, or try to, keeping the sit bones high and releasing down. Stepping forward, grabbing your feet or your ankles, trying to get your nose to your knees. Now grab one side of your opposite foot from the opposite arm and reach that same arm as that same leg up to the ceiling. Twisting your body, keeping a slight bend in the knees, and let's do the second side. Just a counter twist. This is really nice for your back, especially if you're a sloucher like I am, sitting at your desk. Good. And sitting down on the floor. Rolling down onto your back, 1 knee up to your chest to open up the hamstring. Close to your chest, back long, neck long. We're going to bring it out to the side as well. To stretch out both outer thighs, keeping your hip down, using your hand to actually anchor the opposite hip down to not let it roll over. And to counter stretch, bringing it across your body, completely to the floor and reaching over, looking to your hand. Maybe petting a puppy. And the same thing on the second side. Knee up to your chest. Opposite leg is anchored down, anchoring your hip as you rotate your knee out towards the outside, away from your body. Keeping that hip down. And cross body alternating, stretching out your lumbar spine. And while we're on our back, we'll do a few bicycles. So just bringing the knee up to your chest and the other leg straight down, parallel to the floor, both feet pointed, and you swap. And swap nose to knee, and swap 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to challenge, you can weave your legs through or keep them straight, or keep them bent. Straight, or weaving through, or keeping them bent. And hug your knees into your chest. Rolling out your ankles. Letting your feet fall way past your head, your butt up to the ceiling. Stretching your arms back down to the floor, reaching them underneath your back. Reaching your feet opposite way past your head and letting your knees fall down right next to your ears. And letting your back slowly come back down, very, very slowly all the way. Good. Sitting back up. Again, I love this stretch. It feels so nice. Letting your heel on your knee and your knee on your heel. Now either staying here, or bending forward, or to stretch out your outer arm and pull it across. And just really look into yourself here. Think of the goals you want to achieve today or this week. And let's switch sides. And don't forget to breathe into the stretch. Maybe going forward, looking into yourself. Feeling your body, listening to your body, what it needs today. Some days you need to be a bit of a pusher. Some days you need to just relax, let your body do its thing. Let's hug our knees now. This stretch, you want to put your hands on your feet. I'll show you first. You scoot your feet out to the floor. Once you get to this position, your body's close to your legs. You try to keep your body as close to your legs as possible, not curving the spine. And then you point your toes and fall forward. So again, you grab your feet, scoot them out. Let's do a few of these together. Here's one. Keeping your body close to your legs, close to your legs, close to your legs, and pointing your feet, bringing your nose to your knees. And one more. Close to your legs, stretching out your calves and your Achilles, and your back and neck are long, and folding forward. Excellent. Rolling back up. Let's find a butterfly. Pushing one knee down to one side, or just sitting in a butterfly again, depending completely on what you need today. You may need something different than the person you're sitting next to or the person that you're in class with. Again, everybody's body is different, so do exactly what you need to do. And now folding forward, rather than just flopping forward, try to pull yourself past your toes. Your knees are out. You can push your knees out with your elbows, and your nose is reaching past your toes, keeping that lumbar spine long and folding forward. Just hanging out here for a little bit. And rolling up. We're going to find another down dog from here. So feet hip distance apart, lifting one leg all the way up, trying to keep your hips as square as they possibly can. Bending now, letting your leg flop over, looking towards your toe. Opening your hips, stretching it, and weaving it through into a lunge. Finding your lunge here, and going down onto your knee. Stretching out that hip. Now you can bring the same arm as the same leg that's behind you all the way up and push forward into that hip to open your hip. And also to open your chest, you can reach back and look up to the ceiling, flexing your palm. Now turn your foot out to the corner of your mat. Let your elbows fall down onto the floor and really drive that hip down to the floor and your body and chest further down parallel to the floor. Knee facing out. Hanging out here. And if you can, bringing the same arm as the leg that's forward all the way up to the ceiling. And releasing, coming back into your lunge. And pushing back. Seat on your foot, nose to your knee. I like to call this pose like a little swan pose because it's the pose that all the swans take. And flexing your foot up. Same stretch. And finding both knees straight. Now this sequence I love to do with my dancers. I lift my heel up off the floor. Hips square. My heel goes up, my heel goes down, and I bend and touch the floor with my knee and stretch. Let's do 4 together. And up. Again, it's down. Touch the floor, straighten out your back, and stretch. Let's pick it up. Do it with the music. Ready? And 1, down, plie, and stretch, and 2, down, plie, and stretch, and 3, down, plie, and stretch, and 4, down, plie, and stretch. Take that front leg all the way up, so the same leg that was doing needle before, and let it fall back down. We're going to do the whole thing on the other side, so lifting the opposite leg up that you just had down. Bringing it up and over, opening your hips, looking towards your toe. Looking up towards your toe, opening your hips. And folding that same leg forward into a lunge. Now again, completely up to you what is comfortable and in your range today. It might be different tomorrow, it might be different than yesterday's. You can either just stay in this lunge with your knee down or raise your arm up above your head, reaching up, looking up, opening your chest, opening up your hip. And releasing. Turning your toe out to the corner of your mat, letting your elbows go down, finding that inner hip stretch once again. Raising your same arm as same leg that's forward up to the sky, looking towards your hand. If anybody else knows this song, you know Animal Crossing. It's taken over my life. And unfurling, sitting on your heel, knee to your nose to your knee, flexing up, looking towards your foot and pointing. Again, doing whatever's healthiest for your body today. And just hanging out here for a little bit. Coming back up. So again, we do that same releve, lower, knee touches the floor. Let's do 4 together. Ready? And up and down and bend and stretch. And up and down and bend and stretch. Up and down and bend and stretch. And up and down and bend and stretch. Taking that front leg up to a needle again, trying to keep your hips square. And back down, walking your hands towards your feet, grabbing your ankles, pulling yourself closer to your legs, a slight bend in your knees. And rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, head last. Take a big wide second, toes completely facing opposite direction, and just sit into a squat with your butt tucked in. Knees facing out, big plie, opening your hips. Chest is up. Hands are either on your hips or on your knees. Now go to one side and let one leg straighten out to one side of you. Opening your hips once again, and let's switch over to the other side. Either pointing your toe or flexing it. And again, moving to the first side, knee still over toe, trying to get your sit bones to the floor. And second side, one last time. Good. Turn your feet in and fall forward hip distance apart, bending your knees and stretch. And bending your knees and stretch. Bending your knees and stretch. And bending them, turning your feet out into a Malasana Squat. Gaze forward, hips are going down, elbows are driving the knees out apart from each other, knees are still over toes. This is really nice for the inner thighs. And turning back in, stretching your knees up. And let's just sit and breathe, finding a child's pose. And just to end, let's just curl our back. You can either do cat or cow or follow me here. Now, I do still have a 50% off sale on my website, www.lwldancetutoring.ca. So if you buy 10 or more classes, and that includes any one of the classes, you get 50% off. So 10 or more classes, you still get 50% off until the end of the month. So here are all of the classes. I have ballet tutoring for ages 5 and up, ballet tutoring for 10 to 18. I have beginners ballet, I have ballet boot camp, bar fitness. I have quite a few, and these are some of the videos, so I'll just show you my Instagram as well. I post pretty frequently on there. I post little workout videos. Here's one of me in a little sloth since it's Valentine's Day. It's actually tomorrow's Valentine's Day, which this video will be up on Valentine's Day, so it's kind of fitting. He's a little sloth, and I'm just doing little abdominal exercises and lunges, stuff that's fun to do with a little stuffy. Thought it was pretty cute. My mom gave me this stuffy. She's absolutely the sweetest. I love her so much. So go follow me on Jasmine, Jassome. I'll have a link in the description down below for my website and for my Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful long weekend if you're in Canada, and a lovely weekend if you're not in Canada. Go spend it with your loved ones and stay safe. Bye now.